Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being such an amazing audience throughout the day. At the onset, I would also like to thank the organizing team for putting together this engaging event year after year. To quickly introduce myself, I'm Gaurav Baid, co-founder and CPO at Avataar. We are a Gen AI and 3D computer vision company that empowers creators to build creative and spatial storytelling. We have been in this space for over 9 years now, enabling developers and 3D artists both equally to create these immersive and interactive product experiences. Today, we are going to launch our new platform, Creator, and in front of this vibrant community of creators, some would say how befitting it is. So let's start with having a quick glance on what Creator is. So what you just saw were snippets of experiences and outputs based out of our capabilities on the platform. We'll shortly double click on all of them as we go through this presentation. Let's start with what is Creator. So Creator, I would say, is a platform built by a team of creators. There you see the core of our team. The creators or the minds behind this platform. I would say Avataar is a place where science meets art. In our team, either someone is a developer or an artist at heart, and some are both. We have been working on this platform and bringing it to the end creators to get this power in their hands as well. So Creator, as I said, is a platform built by creators for the creators. As we go through this next video, you will see different personas of creators on our platform using different capabilities which are built on it and getting a value derived out of it. I'll let the video play out and then quickly add on. Just looking at this video, what I remembered was just earlier today, there were folks asking me who are currently 3D artists, inquiring if it's possible for them to build web experiences. And I asked them to wait till evening, till the point we launch our Creator. With Creator, what would be possible is that being a 3D artist, without having to code, you'll be able to build out web experience, as well as being a developer and having no prior 3D skills, you'll be able to build 3D renditions using our platform. So technically what our aim is to enable the creator or the user on the platform to become a superhuman. So what are the unique offerings that our platform brings to the table? I'll put it in within two pillars, which have been our core focus area in this journey of building the platform as well. First is the focus towards creativity. This is very simple. Is the Pareto principle being applied over here, the 80-20 rule, which all of us are aware of? Our aim with the platform is to let the creators focus on the key 20% of the creative stuff, which delivers the 80% or more value, while taking away the effort required for the rest of the 80% grunt work. So basically, creator takes away the grunt work, allowing a artist to focus more on the creative stuff. That's where all the capabilities that we have built is to enable those artists and the creators to make the experiences much faster. And our second principle is neural photorealism. Now, one may even ask, why is this important? As we see this industry today, for the last over last 3 decades, there hasn't been much innovation on the 3D modeling side. We have been facing problems with the renditions and the rendering. Uncanny Valley as a concept, most of you would be aware, has been there for, again, decades. To solve this old problem, we couldn't have taken the usual approach. That's where the new age neural approach that we brought into the mix. We brought in neural rendering for the real-time assets, for your standard PBR material and shaders, which makes it much easier to get high-quality rendering, even for the standard low-res assets that you as an artist would have built. Again, a patented IP, the best-in-class globally, which is out there. We are, in fact, the first ones to, and I believe the only ones right now to have light trace rendering, which I'll cover as well later in the deck, on the real-time side. So let's look at some of the examples of creative storytelling which I've been talking about. These experiences which I'll showcase next were built on the platform with no prior training required, simple intuitive tools helping the close community of our creators which we have been operating with, now obviously opening up the floodgates with this product launch. The community which has built some amazing experiences, we have picked a couple of them out over here. So I'm going to play them for the audience. The first one is a focus towards the product storytelling. You will see that the shoe is the hero of the experience. The entire experience revolves around the different interactions built with the shoe. The kind of animations that we could have, the blowout of the product, showing different layers and intricacies with which the product has been built. That was the focus area of the first experience. The next one which we have is actually goes beyond just the product. It definitely has the product with much simpler, I would say, animations built in, but it takes that product into various backgrounds and setups for visualization to play out. That's where the next level of creativity also showcases from the artist front. So it kind of empowers both kind of experiences, whether it's focused on the product or the overall setting in the environment. Our creator can support all of that. As we open up the floodgates, many of you would now be able to build experiences similar to this using our platform. So, as I earlier said, we are a Gen AI company. Let's take a quick look on what these Gen AI capabilities are, which I have been talking about. These are, again, some of the capabilities that we are showcasing and opening up today. There are many more which we are still working on under the hood. Some which I'll talk about, others stay tuned for more updates on this front. But these capabilities will help building of these experiences with a lot more ease than what has been possible till date. The first one is text or image to 3D. So all these 3D models that you see has been either built with a text prompt given to the platform or an image that the user can bring to build the output. And the next one is text to backgrounds, where if you have a product rendition done, you can again give a prompt and have different environment settings or different backgrounds being put to the product. You will see neural light being transferred from the product to the scene and the entire setup with shadows and everything being worked out for every change in the environment that we bring. These help our creators, which are live on the platform today, with these help our creators to create content much easily. Now let's double click on the neural photorealism that I was talking about. The image that you see on the screen right now is a real-time asset, PBR materials and shaders as I was referring to earlier. You can see the rendition, how it looks with a standard or best in class, I would say, real-time renderer which exists outside of Avataar. Now what I'll do is in this video, enable the high-res rendering. Sorry. Let the yes. So I'll let this video play out where you will see how the high-res rendering has enabled the photorealism aspect on that watch. You will see the change in the leather as in the metal, how the renditions have improved, the difference between the standard real-time rendering to what's possible, again real-time on Avataar's creator. That's the light trace rendering which I was referring to. Again, unprecedented. There is no one else which has this, and we are bringing this proudly to this community of artists over here. Let's talk about some of our other AI capabilities. Neural radiance fields, as many of you would already be aware of. Neural radiance field powered video to 3D. So as a user having a monocular camera, which is all mobile devices today, you can capture a quick walk around of a product, sort of scan in the traditional sense of it, scan that product and get a neural rendition out of it. I'll quickly run through the process for it. You will see the user over here doing a quick scan around the product, and then you will see the neural rendition of that product coming out. Now this can be taken to different environments. You can have it in a web or a virtual setup, or as well as in an AR setup. Take it to different touch points with the end consumer, and the rendition and all these different products across different surfaces, different object categories. You will see how the renditions look hyper realistic with them. Where whatever the shape or type of material is, the platform can easily handle all of that. You will see from leather to fabric to different kinds of wood, steel, metal, and all those surfaces being rendered as hyper-realistic against that physical object which you see out there. And different shapes also being taken care of. All of this done in a fully automated manner with no manual intervention required. Now at this stage, we'll have a quick quiz for all of you. You see two teddy bears on the screen right now. One on your left, numbered 1, and one on your right, numbered 2. We need to figure out which one. One of them is a physical one, other is a virtual replica of it. Would like to understand with a show of hands that how many think that number 1 is the virtual replica? There are few. And how many of you think number 2 is a virtual replica? I think most of you got it right. The second one is a virtual replica, but that's where the realism on the platform has gotten to, where you can barely make out the difference between the two, both being placed side by side. You will see the right one moving a bit to tell us that it's the virtual one. And that's the quality of neural rendering which the platform has gotten to. So the question obviously comes, who is creator relevant for? What is the persona that we are serving? Our aim right from very early days in Avataar has been to always bring demand and supply together. We knew that we cannot win the game by just scoring one charter. We have to solve both sides of this equation. And that's where we have been working on the demand side with the largest retailer and the biggest of marketplaces globally out there, and helping them build those content via themselves or through their agencies on the platform. That's this demand side of the story. And this demand is being served by the community of artists and the creators that we have on our platform, which brings in the supply side. So we have always been working on both so that there is a balance in the ecosystem, and that was very much needed, especially given how uh, nascent and new 3D has been in our mission to democratize 3D content and replace 2D across all touch points. Now, of course, let's talk a little bit about what's next for creator, as I was earlier referring to. I'll let first this 12 odd seconds video play out, which will showcase how entire experience could be built on creator today. You will see with the ease with which an entire web page would be built in this quick video, and the different components that we provide on the platform that enables that to be done. The main various blocks and uh, timeline components that you can add and have the entire experience built out very quickly on the platform. And there you have the entire web page ready in just matter of, I will say couple of hours on the platform. This being brought down from 2 to 3 days, which otherwise a developer would have taken along with a 3D artist to build this exact experience. It's been brought down to just 2 hours on our platform. But we are obviously not happy with that state. We want to go the next step from here on. That's where we bring in our Copilot, which is the, again, globally first Gen AI powered 3D Copilot that we are building on Creator. It will make this experience creation process much more seamless, much easier for these artists and the developers to create these 3D experiences and see the outcome coming to life. That's where our focus has been. But before I end today, I obviously want to talk a little bit about this overall space, because all of you know that Gen AI has been, as this overall space has been heating up. There's a buzz going around. But with this growth also comes in certain questions about the ethical considerations in this segment. I like to put them down into 3 aspects. First being authenticity. In Avataar, we have always focused on, we have been obviously lucky also, I would say, in terms of building our own data set over the course of our journey at Avataar. So most of the training of our Gen AI platforms has happened with the in-house data. But whenever for any aspect we had to use an open source, we have made sure that it's commercially licensed and it doesn't infringe on anyone's copyrights. So this authenticity of data is one critical aspect in the Gen AI space. Ownership is another one. For the artists, especially for creators like yourself, it is important to have that comfort that the art that you're creating is not being taken away from you. The ownership remains with you. The credit remains with the true artist, the real artist who has built that thing. And we have very strict guidelines and policies governing that. Third is application. Application of the content which has been created, which is to make sure that it's in the right way and in the right manner. Again, a lot of safeguarding algorithms that we run on our platforms to make sure that the content that is being created is being also used in the right manner. These 3 together are what I would say are the key aspects, but to top all of them, transparency in the process is also important. As people build the various Gen AI platforms, being transparent in this process would go a long way in building credibility and trust in this space. And this cannot be done by one player alone. The entire ecosystem, which includes companies and platforms like ourselves building such tools, as well as the creators like yourselves using it, it includes all of us to come together and make this happen. So, as I said, we are still at the very cusp of this Gen AI revolution. We are just starting out, and there's a lot more that will unfold in front of us. Especially what you will see coming on Avataar's creator platform. This is just the beginning. We have a lot more in store and we'll keep coming back to you guys with lot more exciting updates. But that's it for today. Thank you.